Hey guys, Canfo.com is officially live now. Go get your official Canfo merch. The first 50 orders will be shipped within 24 hours, so make sure to be one of the first 50. Don't worry, the rest of the orders will be shipped very quickly as well. We wanted to focus on quality, so we worked really hard on this. Go to Canfo.com today to get your order.
Can we talk about the Great Replacement Theory now? Some of the things that you post, the Great Replacement Theory, you claim that Democrats, President Biden's immigration plan to open up the border, you said that the president is getting, and Democrats are doing it to get more votes. But undocumented immigrants cannot vote in federal elections, so how is that possible?
You're gonna let them.
Right. Well, you're conflating two things. One is Great Replacement Theory. The other is, which I don't subscribe to that. I'm simply saying that there is an incentive here. If legal immigrants, which I think have a very strong bias to, at least everything I've read, it's a very strong bias to vote Democrat. The more that come into the country, the more they're likely to vote in that direction. But it is, in my view, a simple incentive to increase voters, Democrat voters. So the question is like how? So there's a few ways that this works. One is that when the census is done, the census is based on all people in an area, whether they are citizens or not. So if there are a concentration of people who came here illegally in a particular state or in a particular state, that state will actually then get an increased number of House seats.
Whoa.
So the House seat apportionment is proportionate to the number of people, not the number of citizens.
Wow.
So the illegals overwhelmingly go to places like California and New York, and if you just look at the math, if you look at the apportionment with and without illegals, I believe California would lose. I believe the blue state, there would be a net loss of blue states of approximately 20 seats in the House. This also applies to the Electoral College.
We got to look this up.
That's definitely
this also applies to electing the president, because the electoral votes are also done by apportionment the same way that House seats are done.
But the reason, Elon, the Electoral College is in place is to balance that, is so that doesn't happen. So what you're saying about it is the exact opposite of the reason why the Electoral College is there. The Electoral College at this point in our history, gives people who are in smaller states and red states much more of an influence over our elections than people who are in blue states, and the majority of the people in this country. That's what the Electoral College does. It actually does the exact opposite of what you're saying. It protects people who are in smaller states and protects people who are in red states.
Well,
the red states, because they tend to be smaller and less populous.
I think that statement is what you said is true, but what I said is also true, which is that if, as is the case, a disproportionate number of legal immigrants go to blue states, they amplify the effect of a blue state vote. And the math, as I understand it, you can research this obviously very easily on it. It's pretty straightforward to research this. But my understanding is that there would be that the Democrats would lose approximately 20 seats in the House if illegals were not counted in the census, and that's also 20 less electoral votes for president. So the illegals absolutely do affect the who controls the House, and who controls the presidency. It does not affect the Senate.
Wow. So with right now, the ones that are already here, you take them all out, they lose 20 seats.
Because they said that the House is based on how many people are in a certain area.
Yeah.
So you put them in these democratic sanctuary cities and you increase the population in that area. Therefore, they get more pulled towards their seats. Because he said the seats are based on the number of people in that area. So if there are a bunch of people in the population of that area, there's more seats to represent those people in that area. Does that make sense?
No, it makes complete sense. And how many seats are there again?
He said they would, if they took all the
illegals
was
out total. I mean, he said 20%. Did he say 20%?
No. He said if they took all the illegals out of these areas, the Democratic House would lose 20 seats.
House of Representatives, right?
Yeah, it's the representative.
So.
Yeah, it should be 100, bro, or 150. I'm probably tripping. It's around 100 or 100.
That's something that needs to be addressed.
There are 435 members.
400? That's crazy. So 400 people every day is voting on our life.
Not every day.
Yeah, for I guess. Yeah, I don't know when exactly it goes to the House of Representatives. That's
So he was saying about the electoral college? He said Elon said it also increases the amount of electoral college votes.
Well, then that's a problem because that can swing an election.
yeah.
Or I mean, I don't want.
That's what he said.
That's a huge problem because if that could sway like a potential election in the favor of this zombie old man, something has to be done, bro. Something has to be done. What can be done to prevent this from happening?
Yeah. Okay.
Should Americans create a militia and go to the border and stop the illegals themselves?
Nah, I hope not. Yeah, I mean the best thing is just get Trump in office and he deads it.
But you know, if that's something they're using to try and
not
sway
get
the
them in,
election in their favor,
yeah.
How can we believe that the election will be fair and balanced? That the Americans have the power to actually elect the president that we want versus the president we're forced to have by this charade they're playing. Yeah, this master plan they have. Like, how can we trust that our votes would really matter in getting what we want out of the election?
And they want to talk about election.
No, yeah, the House of Representatives do a ton of things though.
They're
actually on the
control
federal
a lot.
government level. Bro.
They control a lot.
Yeah, that's feds,
brother. When the president does some stuff, doesn't have to pass the House first.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So if
they can impeach the president.
The House has to vote on that.
And then you got the Speaker of the House, isn't that third in line for the president?
The House has to vote on that. So if
that's one of the branches, bro. There's the third branch.
Joe Biden is really a shill and there's all this stuff going on, then they could just pass a bunch of stuff and say under Joe Biden in the House with all these Democrat seats on it, just gonna pass it.
Oh, you know, Jamal's on the House, isn't he?
Yes.
Is he?
Yes.
Did they pull the fire extinguisher?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he actually?
They were voting, and then that's why it was a big deal.
He got a hip hop.
Jamal
Is
on
he?
the House.
He got a hip hop.
Shit, they didn't get me in the
selection.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been that big of a story if he was in the House of
Yeah, he was
Representatives.
definitely. I think he was.
That's absurd.
They can also elect the president if it's a tie.
But the House. So there's a Speaker of the House. So I guess the one's who's the leader of all them.
Yeah.
I know that
Who's
person's
that?
third in line to be president. So if the president and the vice president goes, Speaker of the House is up.
That's insane, bro.
Oh, Mike Johnson. That's the guy that was in that little corner when Joe Biden made that Lincoln Riley thing. That got
in the
us
back.
in the
That
top.
was him?
He was like, yeah, Mike Johnson.
He was shaking his head.
Yeah, that's him. He's
He don't rock with Joe either.
No, man, he's on their side. Ain't he a Democrat?
He's a Democrat, but you can see
he's
that
a House of Representatives. I'm pretty sure he's like over everybody. Like he's
but
like,
there's still
There's
one side.
Democrat and Republican.
House of Representatives.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think they
Politicians.
represent?
Yeah.
He's from
I
Louisiana.
think he was representing like the House of Representatives, like everybody, just like to make sure everything's all good. Like it's a tie.
But everyone's gonna have a bias, so you gotta have a Republican.
Yeah,
one,
I'm pretty
Democrat
sure
one.
there's Democratic reps and
It is
conservative
for
reps.
So deep.
Yeah, nothing popped up though. See, when I
No,
typed
but
in-
I know that there is.
I said, who's the House? You know,
Oh,
United
you
States
said-
House
Oh
representative.
no, that's him. But he's still a Democrat or a Republican. Just like
has to
our
be,
president is the president.
Yeah,
He's
he
still a
definitely has a
Democrat or
side to
Republican.
pick. Yeah, I don't
Well,
know
he's
what he
not
is.
under. Hold on.
But since
Let's see what he.
since
But I
Joe
mean,
Biden is the president, he's a Democrat.
he's obviously a Republican because he was up there
I
pissed
think
off.
he's a
I don't know,
Democrat.
He was
That's-
pissed off at Joe Biden.
I thought he
He
was
was
Everybody-
probably,
that's
he was
what
probably pissed
even-
off that he wasn't doing good under the
Yeah,
lines they gave his old dumbass.
Even the Democrats are now. That's why people are so scared.
No, I got-
because on the left are so scared because even them, no one can. I've heard very little people say positive things about Joe Biden. From
Hold
the
on,
left.
y'all. I thought he was a part of.
He was in Louisiana, Mike Johnson. Yeah, he was Congress proudly serving in Louisiana 4th District.
Hold on.
Just type in political party.
I looked it up.
Political party.
What's his name? Mike what? Johnson?
Yeah, I looked it up.
Don't the president choose all these? Or,
Well, I mean, when you say who's the Republican Speaker of House,
Is
it
that
says Mike Johnson, but it might if you type.
well,
in-
no, yeah, and if you
don't know,
from
yeah.
Louisiana, you know.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a Republican. It's
Yeah,
no
he's a
question.
Republican.
It's no question he's a Republican.
Hell yeah!
He's a Republican. I mean, he's from Louisiana. We should have knew that.
Yeah.
We should have knew that.
Next time you want to call the police,
They not playing in that boot now.
Call a crackhead.
Oh, okay, we got
So, Don, you love censorship, is what you're saying.
No, I don't love censorship.
Then why are you asking?
I believe in moderation, but I don't believe in
Censorship moderation is a propaganda word for censorship.
But don't you think free speech is one thing, right? Or not,
Look, if
not
something's
censorship.
illegal, we're going to take it down. If it's not illegal, then we're putting our thumb on the scale and we're being censors. So you can think of X as being, it's much like the internet. It's not some tiny publication with like 20 articles a day. It's 500 million.
But everyone has the opportunity to read it, Elon. It's not
And
that-
they
you
want
don't
the
know who's
opportunity to
gonna
read the internet. Are you suggesting we should shut down the internet?
No, but you don't own the internet. I'm asking you about you and your responsibility and your platform. And so I see how you feel now. You don't agree. We don't agree on this.
Yes, you want censorship and I don't.
No, I don't want censorship at
Yes,
all.
you do.
No, I want responsibility. I think there.
You
want
desperately want
censorship.
censorship.
No, if I want a
You
censorship,
want censorship so bad you can taste it.
no, that's not true. It's not true. I think that there's right and wrong. And I think
therefore
that
you want
it's not-
censorship.
it's not black
and
and
I
white,
think
though.
that when you have a platform that's as big as yours and as powerful as yours and as influential as yours, and you are a person of consequence to the world with what you do, that there is a certain responsibility that goes along with what you have on your platform and what you put out to the world. And I think that's important. You don't see that responsibility.
I think we have a responsibility to adhere to the law, and if people want the law changed, they should talk to their elected representative and get the law changed, and then we will adhere to the law.
Okay.
But if you want us to go beyond the law, that is us deciding to be censors.
So
And I'm against censorship. I'm in favor of freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And freedom of speech only is relevant
breaking
when
it
people you
down.
don't like say things you don't like. Otherwise, it has no meaning.
But I do think that there should be guardrails.
There is guardrails.
And
There literally
I believe
are.
in free speech as much as you.
don't
I would
know.
fight. I don't disagree. I don't agree with a lot of what you put out on social media, but I will fight for your right to be able
What
to
does
say
he put
it.
out?
Great.
What he puts out is free speech.
I don't think he puts out anything that's negative. I actually see what Elon tweets on the daily, and I don't think he tweets anything that's negative or detrimental to anyone. I actually think he has a very base take. I think he gives good context to like exposing the mainstream media narratives, and like the fact that he's someone who's not in the media, and he points out a lot of the things that we see doing our own independent research on YouTube. As someone as prominent as he is, I think he's doing more than his responsibility, because a lot of prominent figures are going along with the bullshit and perpetuating it.
No, yeah,
Like, we
you-
got Nancy Pelosi on TV, even that she knows that Trump didn't say that stuff about the bloodbath, saying, "Oh, he's gonna incite a bloodbath." That's bullshit.
Yeah, Elon. I mean, on Twitter, he used to just post funny stuff. I know
He posts memes. He
He
still
posts memes
does,
all the
though.
time. He
still does, though.
recently.
No,
and I've been-
a lot of his tweets recently have leaned right.
I know, but that's
Well, I
because
won't
this
say-
election
I'm
is beyond important.
I'm gonna keep
It
it
is.
100,
That's why
guys.
I love
No,
Elon.
I'm gonna
Y'all
keep
know
it 100,
I
guys.
like him even more.
I don't think his tweets are leaning right. I just think he's pointing out intricacies and that's the hypocrisy
Okay, yeah.
that we're seeing in the media
Simple
and what's
as
going
that.
on in the world,
Simple as
which
that.
happen to be
happens to be
perceived.
perceived as extreme
Leaning
right.
right.
And
But
that's
y'all-
what they do to brainwash people and pull the mask like, oh, he's
But y'all-
spreading this and that. No, he's telling the truth, guys.
Y'all gotta remember he was able to see all the files that the previous ex or Twitter used to have.
yeah,
So he
that's
probably
true.
already seen
He
how
saw
they
the
use
censorship.
censorship,
He
and
saw
then
it.
he probably was
yeah.
like,
There's
no problem. He
I
said it.
know.
I ain't gonna lie though, man. He made a lot of good points, and even though his tweets might, they say, I guess they're leaning right now. I haven't seen him as a very political person until now, so I don't think he's doing it. Definitely not to get no money. He's got more money than all y'all. It's not to push the narrative. This is what he truly thinks is the truth.
He's stepping in
and I
as
agree
a
with
big
him.
influencer and really having to do
Yeah.
something because this shit's getting insane.
I think he's doing more than enough. I think he's actually doing a good task of waking people up to see what's really going on. Because the fact that the legacy media is coming out and telling blatant lies to try to get you to think a certain way
That's a
and
problem.
move off emotions rather than what you know and what you're seeing is going on is a problem. That's what you call propaganda.
And Don said-
that is wrong.
He believes some of the tweets that people say should be held accountable. Literally, if it's a bad tweet, he puts something.
You
under
can still get your
Yeah,
you
the
can still
community,
get your
if it's
account
false.
banned for
If it's
saying bad
false,
things.
he
You
put
can get
something under it.
you can get your account banned. You can get your
That
account.
has
You can
changed
get
Twitter.
tweets taken down
That makes
for
it so
being
funny.
for being negative. There's still things in place
So
to
Don-
police what you can do on
and,
the
and
app.
Don wants him to do more. What's more than that?
He wants you to
Cancel
censor
was,
them.
yeah, censor
That's
was
literally,
on the right.
literally the only.
Yeah.
Well,
He
you
wanted
have
to
a
do
responsibility.
Racist rhetoric.
He wanted with
That's Nazi rhetoric.
Saying January wasn't up. Okay, all right. All right. They don't want that on the internet. But yeah, guys, well, let us know what y'all think about this interview. Hopefully we can see the whole thing, but this is insane.